we felt like opportunities were there, and yet we just were not able to take advantage of them for one reason or another. Timing off, or whatever you want to call it.
We'll call it a loss. No question, Rob Ryan has the Nolans defense playing inspired football, but they get bested by Rex, who's now 7-3 all-time against his twin. It was a family affair. There's the twins cheesing with their father, former NFL coach Buddy Ryan. First quarter, 3-0 Jets. Breeze downfield to Jimmy Graham, who's becoming his favorite target. He takes the football and the defender in for the touchdown. 9 for a $116 and 2 scores on the day for him. 7-3 Saints. But then the former Saint, Chris Ivory, shows his team what they're missing. He breaks loose deep in Saints territory down the sideline, 52 yards, leading to a Jets field goal. 14-6 Saints in the second. Ivory again, touchdown, 139 yards on the day for him. And 14-13 New Orleans. Geno Smith, the young quarterback, he has it on a keeper. And on a day the Saints lose Darren Sproles to a concussion, the Jets are, wait for it, money. They take this one 26-20. Let's go to Oakland, where Nick Foles, a 2012 Senior Bowler, went off. 7 touchdowns. 1, 2 yards to tight end Brent Selleck. 2, Riley Cooper, 17 yards. These would be far from over for them. 3, Cooper again, deep downfield, 63 yards and in. 4, Foles spreading the love. Zach Ertz, who doesn't matter. Foles is on fire. 5, LaShawn McCoy, swing pass, 25 yards down the sidelines in. 6, his deep threat, Deshaun Jackson has it for 46 yards, and the Eagles fly into the end zone. And finally 7, my mom's favorite number and my favorite iron, Cooper again. Philly blows out Oakland. Foles, 406 yards and 7 scores. That ties an NFL record. With Bama on a bye, all eyes were on Auburn yesterday as the Tigers look to pull even with the Tide in the win column. Auburn and Fayetteville looking to make it 8 straight regular season wins. Hadn't done that since the 2010 National Championship team. Then they went 13-0. Trey Mason would make it happen. 13 carries for 168 yards and 4 touchdowns on the day for him. He loves touchdowns because then he gets to get picked up by his offensive lineman. You see it there. Great. Meanwhile, Nick Marshall wasn't asked to do much. Most of his passing yards came on this play. Beautiful catch and run down the sidelines by Sammy Coates. Hogs make it somewhat interesting, but Auburn holds on 35-17. And after the game, Mason all smiles.
My O-line did their job. I had to do my job, but we came out, we got better, and we came out with a good victory. We knew when we scored, they didn't quit. That was a great team. They played to the end, but we needed to end the game right there and get some cushion. My line, those guys do their job. When they get really hyped, it's hard to, make a play on those guys. Jay Prosh led the way, and I had followed.
Mason mentioning Jay Prosh, his fullback, a Mobile native and UMS Wright grad. Smooth segue into some football played right here in the Port City. Jags hosting Arkansas State, back in town for the first time since winning the GoDaddy.com Bowl in January. And if you enjoy field goals and defense, this was the game for you. South Alabama with so many missed chances. Second quarter, Jags up 3-0. Third and goal, nothing there. South has to settle for a field goal, 6-0. Same score, second half, first possession for South, and you can't do this. Jags are in field goal range, but Matheny is picked in the end zone by Sterling Young, and that's that for the South Drag. South regroups. Kendall Houston pounds his way in to make it 13-7, but the fourth quarter belonged to the Red Wolves. Sir Gregory Thornton, I'm still trying to figure out who knighted him, but he's in. Arkansas State breaks our hearts with a 17-16 win.
I've never seen a team that's improved so much as they have and not see the rewards, and that's the most that's the thing that hurts me most, because I feel like we've really improved as a team from last year to this year, and not even close. But it's not showing up in the win column, and that's the bottom line. So I don't know what to say.
Obvious disappointment for Joey Jones. To the Week 11 BCS standings, Alabama not dethroned by a big FSU win over Miami last night. Noles in at 2, leaping Oregon. Auburn up to 9 now from 11. They travel to Tennessee, while Alabama hosts number 13, LSU. Sprint Cup at Texas Motor Speedway. Jimmy Johnson comes in tied with Matt Kenseth in points, but would not leave that way. Jeff Gordon came in the race third in the standings. He hits the wall, littering the track with pieces of his car. 34, he'd finish 38. Lap 173 on a green flag pit stop. Kenseth would be penalized for speeding off pit road and would have to serve a drive-through penalty. That has nothing to do with fast food, folks. He'd battle back to finish 4th, though. But the race belonged to Johnson. He now leads Kenseth by 7 points. The chase heads to Phoenix next week. But let's talk a little football. Your Noles are sitting pretty, although no strength of schedule to follow.
Nothing,
so, yeah, that's disappointing. But how big could the Iron Bowl be this year?
It's always big, but now even more so because Auburn has that chance to upset. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they both teams win out. That will decide who represents the SEC West in the conference championship.
And a big game Thursday.
All right, yeah. Oregon, Stanford to see what happens at FSU.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll be right back, folks.